My distinguished and respected colleagues, Senator Albert Akpan, Akwa Ibom North East, PDP. Akwa Ibom will remain PDP by the grace of God. Mr. President, my distinguished and respected colleagues, I rise to contribute to this budget debate, believing that by the special grace of God in 2017, that this Senate will not relegate the only powers that the Constitution of Federal God given to us, the power of appropriations, to the executive. I believe that the budget as presented is a proposal which forms the basis of our debates, and eventually by the time this budget is passed, it becomes an act of the National Assembly. Mr. President, my respected colleagues, the budget before us has a few key focus: consolidating on economic recovery programs to restore growth, completion of key infrastructures, and the guarantee of security of lives and properties of all Nigerians. Mr. President, a careful review of this budget, of this proposal, shows a budget deficit of 2.3 trillion. Mr. President, this deficit is equal to the budget proposal for capital expenditure, which therefore means that the implementation of this budget will only be relied upon by the funding of our deficit gap. Mr. President, we must also understand that this deficit is to be financed through 1.9 trillion between foreign and domestic debt. Mr. President, looking at the performance of last year's budget, it is clear and it has been established that the country could not access foreign debt June of last year. So I believe that we must be able to understand the fact that there appears to be a challenge. There will appear to be a challenge in meeting most of the funding requirements for this year's budget, especially the capital expenditure, Mr. President. Mr. President had also stated in his budget speech that the federal government is maintaining the 1.8 trillion on personnel costs. And looking at the proposal, Mr. President, the recurrent expenditure proposal for this year has risen against last year by 200 billion naira, which therefore means that if you are maintaining a 1.8 trillion on personnel costs, the 300 billion can only be due to overhead costs. And we are beginning to wonder, Mr. President, we must understand the impact of the efficiency and the effectiveness as regards the curtailing of overhead costs. I believe at the point of appropriations, we'll definitely ask more questions on that. Mr. President, it is known, and I want to place this on record, that the administration of our foreign exchange policy will be as critical as our capital expenditure, because it is established that there is no way, on the basis of what we have seen, considering the level of the deficit that we currently enjoy in our GDP, there is no way federal government expenditure alone will take us out of recession. Therefore, the President has insisted that there will going to be a correlation between the fiscal policy and the monetary policy. There is no way Central Bank of Nigeria will run almost 7 foreign exchange policy terms and it will work in Nigeria. Because of the way and manner we have inefficiently managed our foreign exchange policy, this country has lost over 89-point-something billion on foreign direct investment outflow. And I believe that this gap that has been created by this outflow it will be a major issue if Nigeria must come out of a recession. Mr. President, let it also be established that there must be a correlation.
Senator, you have to start rounding up here.
Between the federal government expenditure and what the states and local government also are doing. And we must also look at, Mr. President, the issue of fuel importation in Nigeria. There is no way, as I speak with you, the landing cost of petrol PMS in this country today is 165 naira per liter. So NNPC, as we speak, is importing petroleum product at a loss. And when you want to compare with last year's projections, we cannot spend all that we have earned as regards foreign exchange on petroleum importation. So, Mr. President, at the point of appropriation, we must also ensure that we throw those lights on what are the losses of petroleum importation in the last 1 year. Mr. President, I believe very strongly that we say we are going to diversify our economy through solid minerals and agriculture. Yes, the budget for agriculture has increased by over 100%. But that of solid mineral, we also have to look at it because it's also decreasing. And these are the issues. If you want to diversify on the basis of these two subheads, then you must ensure that whatever income that is projected that will earn in these two subheads will be in comparison and in relation to what our projections are. I believe also, Mr. President, finally, that if you look at this budget, the budget for gas flaring penalties alone is a paltry 4.7 billion. And considering the volume of gas that is flared in this country, Nigeria has the potential of generating a minimum of $2 billion on gas flaring penalty alone. Therefore, this Senate will also direct the Minister of Petroleum Resources to also come up with a new regime where we can actually disincentivize the issue of gas flaring by preferring an appropriate gas flaring penalty that will act as a disincentive to gas flaring in Nigeria, considering the impact of gas flaring on the lives of our people in the Niger Delta.